Hey y'all, it's your girl Fee, the top notch diva, and your favorite entrepreneur. Thank you for stopping by my side of podcast heaven, and you're listening to the known, not popular podcast. Now let's get into it. Okay, so this week we're discussing one of reality TV's somewhat new shows, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, when I say new, I mean under 10, closer to 5 seasons. I just caught on like last year. So now I'm sharing with you my faves because y'all know I like to keep you guys in the loop on some of the hot or not shows that's out there these days. Now, there's a lot to unpack here, so I hope you are comfortable driving or chilling with your tea, wine, or relaxables. Because on Love and Marriage Huntsville, the cast ranges from exes fighting hard not to fall back in love to couples deciding to call it quits from the show. This season, so many things happen amongst this group of family friends. It's hard to give you everything at once, but I'm gonna do my best. For those who follow me on Twitter at Philicia Song, you know that I allow the episodes to build and then I watch each show. It's just something about having to wait till next week that just works me. I mean, I like really be into it and then they be, and next week. I be like, oh no. So I just wait. But at any rate, as I binged my show, I literally was going on a roller coaster of emotions. Sometimes I understood one side and then I jumped to the other side like, hold on. Now they do have a point. It all just got me all mixed up. Got me going in circles. But it was a lot going on, and I'm here to discuss it all. Now, y'all be sure to let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on the storylines, honey, because I tell you, it was something else. But hold on, before we get started, I have some bills to pay. So I'll be right back after these quick messages. We have comedian Keith Parrish, and he's here for the hot topics. What are we talking about today? You got the sports or the entertainment?
We talking about sports and entertainment. Okay, the Texans went on to the next round, baby. Rookie quarterback, rookie head coach, beautiful things. Everybody give it up for H time when they can. Yeah, and with the Texas theme still on my mind, the Cowboys got the brakes beat off of their ass. Huh? Okay, them boys, they was picked to go to the Super Bowl. Now they picked to be on somebody's toilet bowl. Them boys
nah.
is garbage.
And welcome back. Are we ready to get started? All right, well, we're going to start with the Fletchers, Chris and Miss Nell, who are the newbies this season slated to be the group's mentors, but they're actually unintentionally stirring up a lot of the drama this season. And Miss Nell, she's so small, you don't want to tell her to go sit down somewhere, even though Martell, he don't seem to have not one problem doing so. I mean, I'm just saying, you want to let her get things out because she's Miss Nail, she's the mentor, she's the small one. But unfortunately, this season she should have kept things in. I mean, they had more than enough internally with the drama amongst their family, her and Chris, with the children, but they're grown, so is it really drama or dramatics? But it's just something about the Fletcher parties because it seems like every gathering that they had, some type of altercation came from it. I mean, they had dinner with the kids and they started to argue. They had a retreat. An argument began there. Heck, Martell just stopped by to say hi and he ended up arguing with Miss Nell. I don't know. And now for these exes, Martell and Melody. I mean, I call them Eminem. And the Mel is so angry with Martell, I'm sure it's getting hard to produce the show on set. I mean, am I the only one who believes eventually they gonna have to choose? If not production, at least the cast. Melody and her international vagina, she's sick of Martell. And every time he attempts to be friends, she out here acting disgusted by his very presence. I mean, is this a show with group activity and communication or nah? For those who are hearing about the show for the first time, Eminem was married, and unfortunately, Martell he cheated. So Mel she eventually left him. And like most men, here come Martell trying to chase her down to get his old thing back, just to be dismissed. And we don't blame Mel, but pardon me because I do have some problems understanding the anger Mel is choosing to still hold on to. I mean, we see Martell, he been hurt by the loss of his family, his home, even some of his friends. It's giving Mel looking for a breakdown, like the Tyrese moment when he was like, "What more do you want from me?" You know what I'm saying? The bottom line is if the producers can't get good content from them, one of them gonna have to go. And I say it needs to be whoever is the most difficult. Get to the door. I mean, we are all grown. If you've moved on, it will reflect in your actions. We have to stop looking for specific things from people who didn't satisfy us in the beginning. Now, that's a word, honey. So let's add some clapping in there. And while you clapping, a brief message.
Yes, a lot of stuff going on. Yes.
Oh,
And in the entertainment world, oh man, there's a lot of stuff going down. Blueface ass, he in jail. Talking about he loving it now around all the men. They got that boy, okay? Yeah, they got him. Y'all stay tuned. Brittany Renner telling people how many people she slept with.
and we're back at it and moving on to our next couple, Kimmy and Maurice. Now this one gonna be short, okay? And it's gonna be short because we like them personally, but there's no storyline there. I mean, if there is a storyline, it's being kept a secret. Okay. Um, Kim is very private. Maurice very respectful. Whatever. Okay. Um, we are so excited that Kimmy was able to get over her struggle. I believe she had cancer, and she went through chemotherapy and things like that. And from that, it actually, I guess we could speak on it because it caused what I'm speaking of, which is the storyline that's been the storyline for the last two seasons, which is Kimmy just not into the mood lately. Okay, she don't want to get down. Okay, all the time with Mo. He's men, y'all just don't slow down, okay? Y'all have a stamina that keeps going and going and going. Now women, we are more nurturing, we're more emotional, okay? The males, they're more physical, women are more emotional. So uh Maurice, I feel, is in his uh prime stages clearly. I don't know. Now I was like, if she don't move on from her sex problems, though, because y'all got to remember I binge watch. Okay, I didn't come in at the end. Now, so as I'm watching, I'm like, if Kimmy don't move on from her little old sex problems, we got it last season, but now I was starting to be on Mo's side when he told her, "When is it gonna be over? When is this?" I totally felt his pain. It was literally funny, and then another thing while I'm laughing is because I would much rather these be some issues that people are talking about. I'm not getting it enough. You know what I'm saying? They're not talking about, oh, he's cheated on me. He never once said I'm gonna step out. Now I don't know if he ever said that when cameras was down, but I don't think Kimmy would have still been that happy. But anyway, they as a couple came together and said, listen, let's go through to some sex therapy, a sex counselor. Or I know they went to counseling. I don't know if the diva was a sex counselor or not, but she did help them come up with different things, and I think they conquered it. They had the celebration, of course, with the fact that she made it through the chemotherapy and everything is looking good. And during the celebration, we'll talk about a little bit more caused drama, which is why I said between her and Miss Nail, honey, throw all the parties away, throw them away because each time it was a gathering. This season it was a fight. It's ultimately it's all good. Okay, she just the whole situation just wore me out a little bit. But I couldn't between her and Tisha, child, it's a lot. Now speaking of Tisha, she out here taking pregnancy tests for nothing. Then Marcel had the nerve to question the paternity of the child that's not even conceived, if I could add. In this case, Marcel may have just messed himself up because it made Tisha realize that the same trust she gives is not the same trust that she receives. Believe it or not, I'm rooting for Tisha and Marcel. Even though we're starting to see Tisha's frustrations, I want them to make it, but Marcel may have to change. Will he? But before we get caught up in unknown drama, what's even more unfortunate is the fact that Tisha and her cousin Kiki are still not getting along. Then Kiki apologized but says she not sorry. I'm looking at the TV like, what? Girl, keep the apology, cuz. Like I can't with these people sometimes. But let's also keep in mind that this beef could have something to do with outsiders, like Stormy, getting in the middle when they are unaware of the full story. Actually, I believe it's only because of Stormy's disdain for the Scots, Marcel mainly, as the only reason she is wanting to connect with Kiki. What do they have in common? Kiki barely has her husband, she not a businesswoman, and they met through the show. So what is the connection of this friendship? Stay tuned for that. Honestly, the main question is Courtney and Stormy, why are y'all even there? They kind of worked me over with Stormy ways. She can't get her own family to get along, but steady in everybody's business. The fact that you constantly call the grown man a bitch all season because she has Courtney for backup, it really bothered me to the core. Probably even more so because Tisha clearly have too much to lose because she took too long to say something. And then what she said had no penetration to whether or not Stormy even cared to stop disrespecting her husband. Like I can't. It would have been a bitch fest happening in that mug had mine been disrespected. As people, you better stand for something or fall for anything. But at the reunion, honey, it all went down. I was at the edge of my seat like I was Carlos. Immediately out the door, Tisha hit us with the big one on Stormy. With the be quiet and go pop some pills. Now, let's put a pin right there because I literally was just wondering why is Stormy fighting so hard for Kimmy? Like, what do they have in common? Well, now we know. It might be some pills. But really, the bottom line is, as friends, the main thing should be respect across the board. Lou and Tiff quit. It became a bit too much with the baby and work life balance. Some cut up during the season and some cut up at the reunion. Either way, I hope they have all gotten it out and we can all move on and have a better season. Well, that is my time and that is all. I want to thank you all, as always, for stopping by my favorite side of podcast heaven. And thank you even more for staying to the end. It's your girl, Fee, the top notch diva, and your favorite entrepreneur. And I'm out. Peace.